Hello again, everybody. Today is a historical day at ClassicMuscleCars.com. What we have before you is a car of historical importance. Now, I want to explain that. In the years that everybody has been restoring and driving and appreciating muscle cars, there's a lot of rare muscle cars. But there's exceptional thoroughbred investment muscle cars and muscle cars that are historically important to the automotive industry. And now through the evolution of the market and knowing what's rare and what isn't, and numbers matching and build sheets and documentation, we now understand that, for example, the 70 Hemi Cuda is not really rare. A lot of Hemi cars aren't rare. Now, I'm not knocking Hemi cars. I'm just stating a fact here. There was over 12,000 of those cars built from 1966 to 1971. That doesn't make them rare. They're not really a car that I would consider historically important because there was that many of those built. Now, that list, and I'm just using that as an example, goes on and on. You can find the same thing with rare Chevrolets. You can find the same thing with rare Fords. You can find the same thing with AMCs. You can find the same thing with a lot of the muscle cars that were built in the 60s and the early 70s. But cars that are historically important, I'm going to tell you, is equivalent to cars originally when people started collecting cars that were like the Auburns, the Duesenbergs, the Accords, some of the rare models, and the Bugattis, which have rare models of those. So when people started collecting those cars, they were collecting cars that there was only a few built or custom built by coach builders that were exceptionally rare cars that were important to the automotive industry on a whole because of the concept of the car that changed the whole industry and changed how people looked at cars as artwork. As today, for example, muscle cars changed it from cruising cars to performance cars. Now, let me talk to you about this car, why this car is so historically important. This is a 1971 T5. T5 Mustangs, when Mustang was created in 1964, were sent to Germany, exported. They couldn't use Mustang in Germany because it was already copyrighted, so they had to call it the T5. Ford did. This particular car was exported in 1971. They exported 117. Out of the 117, there was 2 Mach 1s. This is one. The other one, they don't know where it's at in Germany. They can't find it. They think that it was crushed in its history. This is the only one left known, but there was still only 2 built and exported in 1971. Now, that makes a car like this historically important because the number 117 was rare number 1 as an export car. But the other part of this is that this car is only one of 2 ever built, and it's the only one known to exist today. It's got 19,500 original miles on it. We have a stack of documentation this big. Randy knows the history inside and out of this car. We have a photographic restoration history. We have all the export and import back in paperwork for this car. So it is an incredible rare find. Now, when you have a car like this, this is what you will call, and there's other cars that are out there that are muscle cars that are historically important to the automotive industry. To Ford Motor Company to export a car like this and only build 117 and only 2 Mach 1s, this car belongs in a museum. It's that kind of car. When you have a car of that caliber, that is a car that really should be in a museum, that is a true investment car. A lot of the other cars that people think are investment cars are not so. This is a true investment car. Over the next 6 months, we're going to be bringing you more examples like this and we're going to be talking to you a little bit more thoroughly about the importance of historically important classic muscle cars, and this is one of those particular cars. Now I'm going to turn you over to Jeremy, who's going to give you a go around of this beautiful car, and give Randy a call at 847-526-5950. He can give you all the information. I want to tell you another thing before I let you go, folks. This car is going to make somebody a whole lot of money, because I'm the guy in 1993 that was second person involved in brokering the 68 Z28 Camaro convertible where there was only one built. And I told that man the day that he bought the car, if you hold that car for 10 years, it's going to be $1 million car. Well, you know what? He didn't listen to me. He sold the car a little bit too early. That particular car sold a few years ago for $1,200,000. So I do know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for 29 years. I have never been wrong with the market in my forecast ever in my career, and I'm not about to start now. This is an investment that you will make money with.
Grundy Worldwide recognizes that as a car collector, you want to protect your investment. At Grundy Worldwide, we offer agreed value coverage, unlimited mileage, the highest liability limits, and most importantly, low premiums. For fast quotes on coverage in all 50 states and for worldwide touring coverage, visit Grundy Worldwide at www.grundy.com and do it today.
T5 Mach 1. As Tony was telling you, an incredibly rare car. One of two, the only one known to exist today. Let's go for a walk around. Take a look at this car. This car certainly does have the look, does it not? Awesome Mustang Mach 1 styling. Excuse me, T5. Export. Beautiful rally pony wheels. Nice stripe package. Rear spoiler, and look at that. That's an adjustable spoiler. You can adjust the angle of that. Around the rear, chrome is in beautiful condition. Tail panel, tail lights, surround, chrome exhaust tips, all in beautiful condition. Excellent. Under the hood, this thing is factory fresh. Look at this. Absolutely spotless. Power steering, power brakes, absolutely spotless. .351 4-barrel premium fuel. Looking very, very original. Let's have a look on the inside. And in the back seat. Back seat is looking beautiful. Functional dome light. The headliner is in beautiful condition. Functional remote mirror. Tachometer, gas gauge. Looking at 35,298 on the odometer, and the key buzzer works. And it's got a factory AM radio, oil pressure, ammeter, and temperature gauge. Console shift with a clock, which is working. The console is looking great as well. This interior is in very, very, very good condition. Dash pad looks great.
Never NAFE. Command. Level of success.
And radio is functional. Rear window defroster. Beautiful car. This beautiful T5 Mach 1 Export Mustang Mach 1. One of two, one of one known to exist, is brought to you by ClassicMuscleCars.com.